Hello, Indulgers. Welcome to another episode of Indulge with Fidaus, with your girl, Fidaus. So, basically, I haven't been online. I haven't been posting stuff on my YouTube channel for a while. And this is for a reason. So, today I'm here to create an awareness of something that I have gone through myself. So if like you haven't gone through this kind of situation and someone is talking about it, you'll be thinking, this is one of those things you get. And if the person is pouring out the emotions, you think, are you really like going through this because of a mere something mere like that? I remember somewhere a YouTube friend, Zubeida. Zubi, that's her channel. Please like and follow her channel, okay? And hit the subscribe button so that if she posts anything, you'll be the first to see, okay? And mine as well. So I remember somewhere within last month, it was like a while I've seen this girl online. I haven't been seeing her posting anything, not even real. So I was like, wow, what is going on? I went to her page, her channel. I'll be roaming around. So she stayed just around me. So one morning I was going to work, just one normal morning, I was going to work and I saw her on a queue. So I was like, my girl, what's up? I haven't been seeing you online. She's like, Fidaus, you don't know what has happened to me. My phone was stolen with my mom's phone, everything, our money. This was in town. Like they kept everything in the bag and whilst they were shopping before they could realize the phone was gone. Everything was gone from their bag. So you could just understand she couldn't record anything. And from there, when she said it, I was like, oh, sorry. Like, I was sympathizing with her, not knowing this thing was going to happen to me myself. So, on 19th was last month, which was like 3 days to Eid. You can imagine, like, I had everything planned out. I had my dress. I sewed my dress and I was thinking, wow, I was going to do a before and after. I was going to make a video of like get ready with me videos and all that and post online. My dress was ready, my shoes, everything. So on this very day was on Wednesday. It was on Wednesday, 19th of April. I don't think I can even forget this day. So on this very day, I was going to work and I was late for work. So I was in a hurry that morning. So when I got out from the house, I was in a hurry. Like basically, I was in a hurry because normally I should be out of the house by maybe 5:30 or 6 o'clock. I should be out, but this very day I was like very late. I left the house around 6:40, 6:45 thereabouts because I quite remember when I sat in the car it was around 6:40, 6:45. Sorry, so I have to walk a distance to where I can get a taxi or something. So I was walking. I was just on the road walking. So I was even closer to the main junction where I normally take my taxi before I get to the next town, which is Asofa. Then I'll take trotro from there to Accra. My work is around Accra. So on my way, as I was walking to the main junction, this taxi bypassed me. So normally there is another route from behind me. So they also head to the main junction before they go to Asofa. So I was thinking, oh, this is one of those cars that is loading from that junction to the main junction to head to Asofa. So even the taxi stopped. Once I was going, the taxi stopped. So I was thinking, oh, maybe he wanted to pick me. So I rushed to the taxi and I asked this man if I show oh coin. And he said, like I asked him, where is he going? And he said, oh, I'm going here. I'm going to Asofa. And I said, okay, that's where I'm also going. So this man was like, hey, it seems I've seen you before. Like, you look like someone familiar. I'm like, someone familiar. I don't remember your face. And he was like, oh, okay. I was thinking I knew you, like I've seen your face before. I'm like, oh, okay. Like Nipadi is say you could go somewhere and you'll see someone that looks like someone, so it's normal. And this man was like, okay, so where am I going? I said I'm going to Asufa. He said, okay, so you can join the car, and that's where we are going. So I sat in the car, and there was another lady, a fair lady. I remember her very well because she had a tattoo. She had a tattoo on her thigh. So when I sat, and she's fair. So when I sat, that was the first thing that caught my attention. And she was sitting just behind the driver. She was sitting just behind the driver. So I sat in the taxi. In my mind, when I was about to sit in the car, and I saw the lady, I was like, let me sit beside this lady. Because I was thinking, oh, my own gender there, let me sit beside her. So I sat beside her. So the car was moving. Just when we got to the junction, he branched. And along the ride, the lady was like, if I shall button, what is the time? So I had the watch on at that time. So I just looked at my watch and I realized that the time wasn't correct. Normally myself, when I even buy watches, I don't even set the time. So when you meet me and you ask me, it's not like maybe my battery is dead or something. I don't even set the time. I even forget to do that because I always have my phone. When someone asks me what is the time, I'll just go to my bag and pick it my phone and be like, oh, this is the time. So that's the same thing that happened. I no, it's like I look at I check the time and I realized it wasn't correct because at that time it can't be around 2 because when I checked my phone was my watch was around 2. So I took the phone out and I said, oh, it's 6:45. So she said, okay, thank you. I said, okay. So as I told her the time, I decided to put down my phone. Instead of me to put the phone inside my bag, I kept the phone on my lap and I removed my watch, trying to set it to the time according to my phone. So whilst I was setting the time, we were almost at my destination. So it was time for me to get off. And I took the 10 cedis, from my bag to give to this taxi driver. And he said no, that I should take the money. And I don't know what happened. Somehow I was very excited. I got a dropping that morning, like a lift. Someone just dropped me off and didn't take anything. I was in a hurry to, and I got a fast car, so I was excited. And I just took my bag. So when I took my bag, I was trying to open the door, and at that time my phone was on my lap. So I was trying to open this door, and I was finding it very difficult to open the door. I tried so many times. This door wouldn't open. I was like, what is going on? And the driver was like, oh, let me help you. So he stretched from where he's sitting to where I am and was trying to open the door from the car. He was trying, and it wasn't working. And he was like, and I was also trying to help him. It wasn't. So immediately, I think that immediately they took the phone, they were able to open the door. They were just trying to like get my attention from my phone to the door. So whilst my attention was not on my phone or on my bag, I'm even thinking they could have even taken more than I could. I wouldn't even realize that I wouldn't even have realized what was going on at that moment. So as the door opened, I just took my bag and I got off the car. Me not knowing what happened, me in my mind I'm thinking I kept my phone in my bag. So when I got off from the car, I went straight to the station. It was just a few minutes walk, like 1 minute walk or 2 minutes walk to the station. And luckily for me that morning, there was a car because, as I said, I was late. So when I got there, and there are times if you've been using that as a fast station, you know what I'm talking about. There's always queue. Like when you make a mistake and you are late on Monday, on Tuesday, that's the end for you. So on this day, when I got to Asofa station, I got a car very fast. So I sat in this car when I sat in this car and the car was about to move. So myself, normally when I sit in the car, that's when I try to take my phone off. And if I'm watching a movie, I try to do that. So when I sat in the car, I took my phone. I was trying to take my phone out from my bag. So that was when I realized that the phone wasn't in my bag. And for a moment, I didn't know what to do. So for a moment, I didn't know what to do. It was like they poured water on me. I felt so cold. I felt lost. I didn't know what to do at that point. So I can't even explain the feeling. In my head, in my mind, I was like, what just happened? Like what just happened? So as at that time I started events started coming to me. Events like things started adding up. I was like, so this was what these people planned all along. First of all, when I joined this taxi, remember I said there was a lady that was sitting just behind the taxi driver. So when I joined this taxi and we were moving, people on the roadside were trying to stop this taxi driver and join the car, and he did not. He did not allow them. So myself, I was thinking, oh, maybe he's just the lady. The lady just ordered for the ride, maybe dropping or something. Like personally, she ordered for the ride, and he's going to drop her, or someone the driver knows, and he's going to drop her. So he just decided to pick me up. So that was when everything started adding up. I was like, so this is what these people plan at like this is what these people has planned the whole morning to do. So I got off from this trotro and I had to add my thoughts. My thoughts had, and at that time, at that moment, the car was gone. The taxi was long gone. So because when I got off from the taxi, it just took off. So as at the time I went to the station and picked the trotro, sat in the trotro, you could just imagine it was long gone. And so I went and sat at the station to just cool myself down. I just spoke in my head. I was just talking to myself. I was telling myself to cool down. Like worst things could have, like worst things happens. You understand? A lot happens that we don't have control over, and this is one of those things. So I should just let it go. And I didn't want to. I'm someone who doesn't like to draw attention. Like in the midst of people trying to draw attention, that kind of thing. If I should see someone and just thought one person that, oh, let me call this my phone, the person will just announce it. And by the time I realized, people will just be around asking me questions. And that was the last thing I wanted that morning. So I just spoke to myself and I was just down, speaking to myself, talking to myself how, like, I don't know. Sister, brother, it wasn't easy. Like, it wasn't easy. I just laugh at it, and these days when I'm talking about it, I just laugh. I'm like, Kumasi girl, pan, like Kumasi girl. I mean, ah, like I do gua. Kumasi girl with everything, and this people was questioning my phone. Very simple, so simple, and so smooth. I didn't even realize it. And someone said, "You go talk through. You go talk through." These people questioned my phone, and I couldn't do anything about it. So basically, I added my thoughts, and the next structure, I just took it and went to work. So when I went to work, that was where I could just tell people that, this thing happened. So they tried calling the phone. So you know what? I was hopeful because my phone was iPhone XR. So I was hopeful because of iCloud. I think I could track them and I'll let my guys, and the guys too was giving me vim. You get, they were telling me, we have the boys. I was saying, hey, these people, they are lucky. if this was in Kumasi and I catch them, I'll make sure squad among. I'll get them squad to go and beat them. And they were giving me fun. They were telling me, don't worry, we know people in Accra here. We'll get them for you. So I still had hope. I was hopeful that this thing could still happen. So I remember they logged into my iCloud on the machine and they were tracking. And the last location we had was in Newtown. So Newtown is like, I don't know where exactly Newtown is. Sorry, I don't know where exactly Newtown is. But according to them, they were saying that Newtown is around Circle. So basically, my phone was at Circle, and we all know, like when you are in Kumasi and your phone is in PZ. When your phone is missing and finally gets to PZ, when you say a phone, no, shit. There's no way for you to get it. Same thing applies in a career. If your phone gets to Circle, my sister, my brother, forget it. There's no way you'll find this phone. So they were still like, don't worry, when we catch this guy. I'm like, okay. So they were checking, they were checking, and at long last, around noon, I got a notification that they were able to access it. They were able to get to my password and everything, and they logged out of my iCloud, and that was it for my exile. So that day, it did hit me in the morning. You remember I said I told myself things happen, like worst things happen, and it's life. You just move on. So it didn't hit me that morning. So in the evening when I came home, I told like a few people. Luckily for me, I had a yam. I had Nokia that I don't normally use. I'm not the type that likes to use two phones. I'm not the type. I have three numbers. My Nokia is using two additional numbers, and I don't even turn it on. So sometimes you will call me and it will not come through. It's not like I don't like taking two phones and be charging two phones. I'm not that type. So I wasn't even using my Nokia. My Nokia, it will be in my bag or it will be in the house, just be in the room and be roaming. I'll just put it here, put it down here, take it, put it here. You understand? So as it has happened, they've stolen my phone. What else do I do? So I went to MTN office and I got a new SIM. So I inserted it to this Nokia. I got a charger and started using my Nokia like that. I don't have any other option. And the, the next day, so the next day, yeah, basically that was what happened to me. So I wanted to come out here and tell you that anything can happen. And when you are going out there, when you are out there, and you are someone like me who is a loner, like anyone that knows me will knows me that my routine is like basically just be in the house, go to work, come back to work, come back from work, sorry, come back from work, come to the house. I'm always with my phone. I download movies and I watch them. I'm always in the room. My phone is like my friend. So if you are someone like that can't afford to lose their phone, please and please beware of these things. These things they happen every day. Until it happens to you, you will not believe it. But it happens every day. So beware of these kind of things and stay safe, okay? So that's what happened to me. They stole my phone. Kumasi girl like me. Me away come from Kumasi. Hey, like I cried that evening, that 2 days. And you know what was painful? It was it. Like I was thinking of all that I could do. I'll take pictures and all that videos, and it was so painful. But you know what? At the end of the day, like I said in the beginning, things happen. We lose things, we gain things. You understand? And I was thinking of my channel. It was going to be a standstill. I wasn't going to be able to be recording and be out here having fun with you guys. So that was also a burden as well. But Alhamdulillah, we are here. We have life and we have hope. So that's better. You understand? So this reminds me. I saw these people again. I saw them again. But before that, I had few conversations with friends. And I remember, when these things happens to you, like there are a lot of people that has gone through this kind of situations, but they don't talk about it. So when it happens to you and you open up to one or two people, and they will start telling you stories. So I remember I was talking to a friend of mine, sorry, and he was telling me another story he has heard. That if he got a new phone, and I think some friends, they were trying to steal the phone from him, and he tried to like fight them, and along the line they attacked him and he died. So that thing was in my mind. So I'm like, if something like that happens to me, and it gets to struggling, I will never struggle on a phone, something like some a gadget, something I can get. If I have life, I can work and have that. So um one morning I was going to work. So on the road, I saw this car coming. I didn't even know that I was going to meet these people on the road. I was thinking maybe these people will be thinking that, hey, quite really the first one day this person that we took their phone, we will meet them. But they don't think that. And yes, I'm emoji. They don't think that. So I was on the road waiting for a car, and this car pulled up. Like they pulled up in front of me. They pulled up in front of me. They pulled up in front of me, and they were like, "Where are you going?" So I said, "I'm going to Asfa." Before I bent and looked inside the car, I saw that lady. But this time around, she was wearing jeans. But I saw her. I know this lady. I know her by face because, first of all, when I sat in the car and I saw a tattoo, I looked at her face. So I remember the face. So at that moment, I opened the door and was thinking, should I sit in this car and struggle with these people? Or I should just close the door and let them go away with their evil minds. So basically, I chose my life. I chose not to embarrass myself, not to struggle with them that can lead to anything, because there is a driver, there are two people in the car. There is someone who is driving, and there's another person at the back of the seat. So if I try anything and this person at the back tries to attack me and the driver is driving, I don't know where they will take me or what they will do to me. So I had to just let them go. So I let them go. The car just worked and this report left. I went to work and I told a few friends, I saw them, they were like, hey, if it was me, I won't allow this thing to happen. I'm like, bro, like I don't want to fight them, I don't want to do anything. But you know what? I'm thinking the next time I meet them, I'll just tell them, say, hey, let them call baby. This is the third time I'm meeting you people. Three times then I meet Sham. Nyanko baby I'm them call no. Almost say man father na mama a wubewu. By the end of the year, no, you will die. I'll put some panic in them because I know that I can't find them. There's nothing I can do. The phone is locked. It's long gone. The only thing I do is like I'll cry over it, but nothing else. There's nothing I can do aside that. So yeah, be careful when you go out. Be careful when you are with your phone, when you are with your gadgets, and this thing is really happening. It's really going on out there. It has happened to a lot of people. Like some of these situations, when you hear them, it's crazy. You think that, who was this person thinking? That's the reason why those of us that this thing has happened to us, we don't normally come out and talk about it because we feel like people will judge us. People will say something that will even piss you off. So we feel like that's the reason why we don't even talk about this kind of things at all. So as I'm talking to you about this thing, I hope that you are self-aware about this kind of things. When you are going out, when you are out there, you'll be careful with your gadgets, your money, your wallet, and all that those kind of things, so that you don't fall a victim for anyone. So yeah, that is what happened to me. And yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for coming to my page once again. It's always a pleasure seeing you, viewing, liking, and following me on my platform. Thank you. I appreciate everything. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come to my channel and promote, support your girl. Thank you for always coming back. And please turn on your notification button so that you'll be the first to always view my stuffs when I post, so that we can have fun and educate each other. I hope this video will be of help to you. And once again, thank you for watching. Indulge with Fiddle. See you on another video. Bye, indulgers.